So let's take a look at how we can actually use Cramer's rule to solve a system. So I'm going to actually copy this and bring it over so that we don't have to memorize this. So let's copy this and bring it over to our next slide. So let's paste this in here, make it a little smaller so we can just move it over here. And now let's go ahead and use Cramer's rule. So let's go ahead and try and find the x coordinates for this system. So to solve this, remember the x coordinate is equal to, we're going to be taking the determinant of these two different matrices. So in the numerator, we're going to have the determinant of this first matrix. So we're trying to find the x coordinate. So our constant values replace our x coordinate, our x coefficients in the coefficient matrix. So we have 8 and 7 in place here. And then our y values are going to be in the second column here. So 2 and -3. And then in the denominator, we just use our normal coefficient matrix. So we have 5 and 2, and then 2 and -3. 2 and -3. So now we just go through and find the determinant in the numerator, determinant in the denominator, and simplify, and that should be the solution to our system. So let's go through and do that. So in the numerator, it's going to be 8 times -3 minus 7 times 2. All of this divided by 5 times -3 minus 2 times 2. So what do we end up with? So 8 times -3, that's -24 minus 14 divided by, that's -15 minus 4. So what is that? -38. -38 divided by -19, which is equal to 2. So the x coordinate of this solution to the system should be 2. Let's go ahead and find the y coordinate now. So the y coordinate should be equal to, so again we're going to be using two different matrices. So our first matrix in the numerator is going to be, we're looking for y, so the s and t values are going to replace our y coordinates, or the y coefficients, sorry. So 8 and 7 are replacing the coefficients of the y values, and the x values are still going to stay the same, so 5 and 2. And then in our denominator, we're going to use the normal coefficient matrix. So 5 here, 2 here, and then the y coefficients, 2 and -3. So we're going to go through and find the determinants of these. So in the numerator, it's going to be 5 times 7 minus 2 times 8 divided by 5 times -3 minus 2 times 2. We actually already know that the denominator turns out to be -19 because we did that work up here. So -19 in the denominator. 5 times 7, that's 35. And then 2 times 8, that's 16. So minus 16. 35 minus 16 is 19. 19 divided by -19 is -1. So the solution to this system is going to be 2, -1. So that should be our solution right here, 2, -1. And you could always double check this by taking this and plugging it back into your system to see if you get a true statement. So 5 times 2 is 10, 2 times -1 is -2, 10 minus 2 is 8, so that works. 2 times 2 is 4, -3 times -1 is +3, 4 plus 3 is 7, so it works.